Welcome back to Daytime, everyone. John Schienke is here. He's the president of Grand Piano House. Welcome to the show, John.
Thanks.
It's great to have you here, especially because not only are we going to talk about amazing pianos, but we're going to celebrate the fact that this is a family business that has been incredibly successful for 28 years. What do you sort of attribute to the success of your company?
Well, it was founded, my father started this company. He came from Germany back after the war, and he learned the trade at the Heinzmann factory that used to be in Toronto. So a lot of people, if you have an old piano in your home, there's a good chance it might be a Heinzmann.
Yeah.
And that's where he learned the trade from. And then he started as a tuner and a rebuilder, and eventually got into retail, and that's what I've more or less taken over now.
So did you grow up playing the piano and always being involved in music because of your dad's involvement?
Yeah, it was, I took lessons like most young kids. My parents made me play, and it's the sort of thing where today it's a great thing because there's always, you'll come across adults, and you will never find an adult that says, "Oh, I'm so glad I can't play the piano."
Yeah, exactly.
So
everybody wishes to play.
It is so true. So it's perfect that you start your kids at a young age because they will definitely be happy that they did when they're an adult. So the Grand Piano House Inc., located in Richmond Hill for 28 years.
Huge.
You have a great sort of showroom, and you feature all kinds of pianos. But today we're talking about a really particular type of piano, which, I mean, we don't even know anything about pianos, but we've heard the one we're talking about is like the Rolls Royce of pianos.
Yeah, Steingraeber pianos, they're in the top tier of pianos in the world. There's less than a half a dozen or so that fit this category.
Wow.
Like you said, it would be the Rolls Royce, the Maybach of pianos. And the owner, Udo Steingraeber.
We actually have a picture right there, yeah.
Yeah, that's the concert grand Steingraeber piano. Your traditional polished black, that sort of thing.
Now, what makes this the Rolls Royce of pianos? What is so special and unique about this type of piano?
Yeah, it's the degree of craftsmanship. At every level of the manufacturing process, everything is done by hand, and the attention to the finest details.
Yeah, quality always speaks when it comes to anything, especially in pianos, because it's your sound. I'm just curious because we should be celebrating. You were chosen to be one of the few retailers of this piano. What was the sort of process like to make sure that you guys were the ones who got the opportunity to sell this to the public? Yeah,
well, I came across the Steingraeber pianos in the United States when I was doing trade shows. The other side of our company, we supply North America with bass strings. So I manufacture piano bass strings for tuners and rebuilders all across North America. And in doing those shows, I came across the brand. It had never before been in Canada, and I contacted the representative who would be responsible for Canada and said, you know, I'm interested, tell me more about these fine pianos. And that led to a trip to Germany to the factory, and it all kind of started that way.
Now, I think you sent me a picture of what was it? We have another picture to show. Let's take a look at it, and you can explain it, but it's quite a unique unique place.
Yeah, so this is a church in Copenhagen, and the piano that you see there was designed by the same architect that designed the Australian Sydney Opera House.
Right.
And then Steingraeber was chosen from a few piano makers to bring this piano to life, to reality. And so that piano sits now in this church in Copenhagen.
I mean, it's funny because you sort of judge, if we can bring it back to cars, by, you know, who's driving it. I mean, the same must hold true with pianos when you're looking at the Sydney Opera House, these beautiful churches in Copenhagen. It sort of speaks to how great the brand is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that's kind of what sets Steingraeber apart to some degree. They're very up-to-date and modern, cutting-edge, even though they are one of these old forefathers of piano makers back 150 years old, but they are continually looking today to join up and to create this innovation. Chances like this with the Utzon Grand, Jorn Utzon, this was the architect who was involved.
Now, you actually have something exciting coming up this weekend, which is why you're on Daytime, to share the news with everybody at home. On Saturday, March 6th, from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m., you have a very special guest coming to your store.
Yeah, Udo Steingraeber himself. He's the 6th generation current owner of Steingraeber. He's been traveling North America. Toronto is his last stop. It's the only stop in Canada. And so we're welcoming him to our showroom. And Saturday will be an open house. You can come along and meet Mr. Udo Steingraeber. It would be sort of the situation for the music world, and as it would be to meet, I don't know if there's a Mr. Ferrari.
No, there's a Mr. Ferrari, I'm sure.
That sort of similar thing in the auto industry. So everyone's welcome to come and try the pianos, meet Mr. Udo Steingraeber. It's a unique event. I haven't heard of other dealers
That's very
doing it.
different, yeah.
For the average piano player, I'm sure not everyone gets to play on this caliber of piano, so it's an opportunity to sort of come in and, if you will, drive a Ferrari for the first time.
Yeah, and
exactly.
meet the man behind the brand. I mean, have you ever met him?
Just when I was in Germany
When you were in
last
Germany.
fall, yeah, I did meet him, and it's phenomenal, and you can see immediately the liveliness in his personality. It's not what I had maybe
You sort
thought
of
I was
envision,
going to.
Yeah.
It's an older, subdued, classical.
right,
very
that's the image I'm getting.
Yeah. No,
So
it's-
have you been getting lots of, has there been lots of buzz around this from people in the community who are, music enthusiasts and know about this,
Yeah,
about what a big deal it is to have him here?
Yeah, online, when he first landed, his first stop was Florida, and there was a Steingraeber owner who had purchased a piano, and Udo went to his home
Wow.
now a few days ago, signed his piano,
Oh, wow.
and spent a good length of time there in the customer's home. So that was very special to that person.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really neat, kind of what he's.
When you went to Germany, I'm just curious, and you went to the factory, was there something that you just took away from there where you're like, wow, these guys really know what they're doing and really are the best?
I was surprised at how welcoming and opening they were. I mean, it is such a prestigious piano, and competition at that level from one piano maker to another is fierce, because the market is
Right.
a little bit smaller than your everyday instrument. But they open their doors, they welcome you in, and the craftsmen that are working, whether it's the woodworkers who are putting the frame together, or the fellows that are stringing, or the people that are doing mechanical things, which the pianist
Wow.
will directly be in contact with. They're so welcoming, and you can spend time talking to them. They show
They're
you
so
what you're
good
doing
at
in
their
the factory.
craft. And you know what? This open house on the weekend not only gives you a chance to check out that type of piano, but also just see the Grand Piano House. If you've never been, they've been in Richmond Hill for 28 years, so it's a great opportunity to stop by, meet John, ask questions, and they can check out a price point for everybody as well.
Sure, yeah. I mean, Steingraeber is one of the pianos that we carry. We carry other pianos as well. And like I mentioned, the whole string operation that we have on site,
Yeah.
Yeah.
manufacturing strings.
Beautiful. All right, guys, go to the website or give them a call for more information. Coming up, we have Savour Vaughn and Beyond Restaurant. We continue in the Daytime Kitchen. Don't go anywhere.